Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly asked yourself, is this what getting old looks like? When the lines on your face deepen, when your knees ache in the morning, when names slip your mind like dry leaves in the wind, it's easy to think, this is the end of my strength. But let me tell you gently, aging isn't the end. It's a softer beginning. If you're listening to this video, you are still here, still breathing, still feeling, still wondering what else life might hold. That alone makes you a miracle. In motion, today I want to share with you 8 small but powerful signs. And if you still have even a few of them, it might mean your journey is far from over. In fact, your life may just be preparing you for the longest and most meaningful chapter yet. This isn't a list to test how strong you are. It's a reflection, a gentle invitation to honor your ability to keep going. Let's begin with the first. 1. You can still walk, even if it's just around the house. It doesn't matter if you can't hike or run marathons. If you can still walk, even slowly, even just to the mailbox or down the hall, that's not weakness. That's life choosing to keep moving through you. Walking isn't just about legs. It's about lungs. It's about circulation. It's about independence. But even more than that, it's a form of emotional movement. Each step is a silent affirmation. I am still. Here, a 94-year-old woman in Maine once told me, I walk from my bedroom to the kitchen every morning. It's not far, but it reminds me I still have somewhere to go. If you can still walk, even slowly, even with help, that is not a small thing. It is a symbol of your ability to choose life, one step at a time. 2. You can remember people's names, or still enjoy familiar routines. You may not recall every date, every appointment, or even what you had for dinner 2 nights ago. And that's okay. What matters is, do you still recognize the face of someone you love? Can you still smile when your grandchild says, "Hi, Grandma"? Can you find joy in your morning coffee? Remember where your favorite cup is? Memory isn't about being perfect. It's about connection. It's about still being tied to the people and places that remind you who you are. There's a quiet dignity in remembering how to make your favorite dish or where the light switch is at night. If your memory allows you to feel joy in small rituals, if your mind still reaches out to the names and faces that comfort you, then your spirit is still dancing, even if your memory stumbles. 3. You can forgive more easily now. In your 30s, 40s, and even 50s, pride has a loud voice. We hold grudges. We replay old wounds. We want to be right. But something shifts after 65. You begin to understand. Being right doesn't always bring peace. Being free does. I once met a man, 78 years old, who told me, "At this age, I don't have the energy to stay angry. I've wasted enough years being upset." If you found yourself softening, if you no longer feel the need to win every argument, if you've forgiven your children, your partner, or even yourself, you are doing something many people never learn. Forgiveness is a sign of emotional maturity, and it eases the heart, physically and spiritually. It lowers blood pressure. It calms your nervous system. It lets you sleep better at night, and above all, it lets you live longer, not in years alone, but in peace. 4. You can prepare a simple meal for yourself. You don't need to be a chef. You don't need to bake cakes or stir fancy sauces. But if you can still get up, go to the kitchen, and make something warm, something yours, you are nourishing. More than your body. You are nourishing your independence, a cup of tea, a scrambled egg, a bowl of soup you like just the way you make it. These small acts are quiet affirmations. I can still take care of myself. I remember a woman in her 80s who told me, "My husband passed years ago, and I thought I'd never cook again, but now every Sunday I make soup just for me. It makes me feel alive." If your hands can still chop, stir, or pour, if your eyes can still find the spices you like, that's not just function, that's dignity. 5. You still feel curious, gut, or hopeful. Do you still want to learn something new, even if it's just how to use your phone better, even if it's how to grow a tomato? Curiosity is one of the clearest signs that your brain is thriving. That your spirit hasn't grown old, only your skin has. I once met an 83-year-old man who signed up for an online photography course. He didn't want to become something. He just wanted to see beauty more clearly. And here's the thing, curiosity keeps your brain engaged. It lowers your risk of cognitive decline. It keeps you connected to the world, to people, to yourself. If there's a small part of you that still wants to understand, to try, to ask, to grow, you are aging beautifully. 6. You're still able to laugh, even at yourself. Laughter is the sound of life still bubbling inside you, and it's even more powerful when you can laugh at your own mistakes, your own forgetfulness, your own quirks. At 70, you might drop a spoon and say, well, there it goes again, faster than me. That, my friend, is wisdom. When you laugh, your body releases healing chemicals. It soothes pain. It strengthens your heart. It improves circulation. And most of all, it connects you to others. No one wants to be around someone who complains all the time. But people gather around joy. And when you can find joy, even in small, ridiculous moments, you're telling the world, I'm still light inside. 7. You can still reach out to check on someone else. One of the most profound signs of emotional health in older age is the desire to care. Even when you yourself are tired or hurting, can you still call a friend to ask how they're doing? Can you write a card? Can you pray for someone? Can you sit beside another elder in silence just so they don't feel alone? If so, then your heart is still strong, and your purpose is still glowing. I know a 91-year-old who knits little hats for premature babies. She can't walk much anymore, but her hands still give. And as long as you still feel the desire to love, to support, to care, you are not just aging. You are still participating in the great web of life. 8. You still believe tomorrow is worth showing up for. This may be the quietest of them all, but it might be the most important. If you still wake up and think, let's see what today brings, or even just, maybe I'll have a cup of coffee, and sit outside, then your hope is still alive. Hope doesn't always look grand. Sometimes it's the decision to get dressed, to open the blinds, to water your plant, to say thank you when someone brings you soup. If you still believe that there is something waiting for you, even if it's just a quiet hour of peace, then you, my dear friend, are already living longer than most, because you are still in love with being alive. Let's pause here, take a breath, close your eyes if you want to, and just whisper quietly to yourself, I'm still here, I still matter, I still have things I can do, and that in itself is everything. You're still the light. You've just walked through 8 quiet but powerful reminders of life. Maybe as you listened, you found yourself nodding along. Maybe you saw yourself in these words, or maybe you felt a little ache inside for things you can no longer do the way you used to. If that's the case, I want to say this gently. It's okay. Aging isn't about keeping everything. It's about learning what truly matters and honoring what remains. So what if you walk more slowly now? Your steps still carry meaning. So what if your memory sometimes plays tricks on you? You still remember what love feels like. So what if you need help with things you once did alone? You're still here, and you still matter. Let me tell you something. I've learned from sitting with many people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s. The people who lived longest and lived well weren't the ones who never got sick. They weren't the ones with perfect diets or big houses. They were the ones who kept their light on. They woke up curious. They still made someone laugh. They forgave more easily. They found beauty in the small things. They never stopped reaching out or reaching inward. You see, after 65, life no longer demands that you be fast or clever or strong. It only asks one thing, that you stay soft, that you let go of the weight you no longer need, that you hold on to the kindness you always had, that you live the rest of your days, however many, one with presence, with grace, with lightness, and most of all with hope. If today you can still walk to your favorite chair, remember someone's name, laugh at yourself, make a cup of tea, forgive an old wound, offer a kind word, feel curious, or simply wake up and say, I'll try again today. Then your life still holds the power to shine and to heal others too. Please don't underestimate the impact of your presence in this world. Somewhere, someone still needs your story, your hands, your voice, your gentle eyes, your memories, your example. You are not here by accident. So if this video brought warmth to your heart, I invite you to do something today. Call someone you've been thinking about. Write down one thing you're still grateful for. Take a walk, even a short one. Share this video with a friend, a sibling, or your adult child, or just sit quietly and whisper to yourself, I'm still alive, and I still want to live well. And if you live alone or feel like no one checks on you anymore, please know this. Right here through this screen, someone is checking on you. Someone made this just for you. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are still the light in someone's memory, and maybe in someone's future. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for still choosing life even on the quiet days. We'll meet again in the next video. Until then, take care of your body. Hold your heart with gentleness and walk forward, one peaceful step at a time. You are loved, you are enough, you are still becoming. See you next video.